It's, all right. Hope you had a good night's sleep last night. Okay, is my voice all right? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess just quickly, how do you feel about the interns that you met? There will be another one coming up today, I think.
Yes, he is on Slack already. I've just passed
Oh,
him
okay,
the link.
okay, all right.
He's very excited.
Yes, he's a fun guy.
Let me just post the link to him. If I can paste it. Cool. Okay, I've pasted the link to him.
So yeah, I guess you haven't talked to him, but basically he's very obvious geek. And he loves all things techie. And
that's cool.
he actually has been doing some competitions. Well,
Oh wow!
Explain. This is Victory. Yeah, he's actually ranked like some 1,500 places out of like, I don't know, 10,000 contestants in some coding contests or ranking. So yeah. All right. So Victory, hi. Can you hear us? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. All right. Good. All right. Okay.
I'm using my cell phone because my network is sort of dead. My mobile data.
So we got Dipojoti. Dipojoti.
Yeah.
Hi, Dipojoti, can you hear us? It's not connected yet. Okay. All right. So Dipojoti, can you hear us?
Hello, sir.
Hi, Dipojoti. Nice to see you. Can you hear me? All right.
Hey, you all are not audible to me.
Yes, Dipojoti. Can you hear us? All right. Can you hear me? All right.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Can you hear me? All right. It seems. Can you hear? Seems like you are not connecting. Can you hear now?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, great. All right. So
okay, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, good morning. All right. So I think let's introduce you to Herman, Professor Herman Engelbrecht.
Hello, sir.
Morning.
Yes.
Morning, sir.
Victory. Okay. So basically, Herman and I are the long-term friends, and he's worked in the virtual world space for virtual environment space for many years.
Okay.
And Terry is his PhD student. Right now, we're working together to build a spatial PubSub infrastructure, okay, in the Fast library. So I think maybe you can do a bit of introduction of yourself, okay? Just
myself, okay.
All right.
Sir, myself, Debojyoti Das, all the way from Guwahati, Assam, NIT, India. Like I belong from NIT Silchar, and in NIT Silchar, I'm a part of Google Developer Students Club, where I am assigned as a backend developer, and now I am leading a team of 5 members to carry out a project under it, and I specialize myself in backend development with Node.js, specializing myself in Node.js, and I spend most of my time doing in the computer doing coding and stuffs. Like I am really interested in tech and looking forward to work with you all.
Okay, yeah. So I guess Herman, is there any questions you have? Or,
no. So from which part in India are you from?
I am from Assam, basically.
Okay.
It's the northeastern part of India.
Okay, I've been to Chandigarh twice before.
Okay, Chandigarh. That's far away from Assam.
Yeah, it's interesting country. Yeah.
So I
you'll-
think this is yeah. So Victory, you have any questions for him?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Victory.
he's muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. I was saying, could you repeat that? Did you just say just carry on with the sync for today?
I'm sorry. No, I
Yeah,
was
he's-
saying
he-
that Victory. Do you have any questions for Dipayoti?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
First, hi. I think the first major question is, do you mind just pronouncing your name again? I don't want to say it the wrong way.
Sir, feel free to like pronounce me in any name. Like I can understand. Like it's Devajyoti Das to be precise, but you can say anything. Like it makes me like it's okay. Like
Okay. Dibojoti.
yes,
Devajyoti.
Devajyoti Das.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks. Thanks for
Okay.
joining.
So thanks for coming and joining us. So I think
Yes, sir.
Victory, maybe you can start the sync. Okay, and so Dipayoti will have you see how we usually homework. Okay.
Okay.
And today also I think we'll have some assignment to assign for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So yeah. So Victory, why don't you start with the regular sync? Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm thinking of sharing my screen from here. I don't know what's up with my date.
I'm gonna stop.
Okay, there we go. Okay, cool.
So if you look at the first one, so I have implemented this. Actually, I realized that I did 5 nodes with the different areas, and I've sort of tried to run them together. I've not specified the pub and the sub part yet in terms of the payload. It's just a standard 4 node specific what do you call it now? Specific positions, specific radiuses, and they have and they have been added and they're running with Shalman code. And each node has also been assigned a role in terms of what it should do and what not to do. Now, what I want to do next now is just to, and maybe I'll show that in tomorrow's sync, to sort of actually show that pops up sync part and say, okay, node A is supposed to be doing this. And if you look at this log file, you can see what it's doing here. And node B should be doing this. And if you look at this, node A and B are communicating successfully, basically to show proof of concept that that the Shalom arrays code properly publishes and subscribes. The next step would then be to, after that, basically to now start running tests based off the success or failures of should I call it simple test that will be done tomorrow. But yeah, that's more or less there on the dev work. Please, Biobochi, just please stop me if you get lost somewhere. I know it's a bit of abstract knowledge now, but there will be some more context provided, maybe even today. But I'll share a link as well to old content to onboarding, like a link to our vast sync recordings, so it can also work as well if you want to keep track of something that we did in the past. Yeah. So next was the GitHub link, which was with Amir, another in Jan, and maybe you guys will get to meet on Thursday. I already sent it. He has received it as well. I've shared the link to the document, and with regards to the log document, I've also sent it. Wow.
So you want me basically to clean up those like the log things first, right?
No. This was basically tasks that I was supposed to do. So if you look at the first name was VO.
Okay. Okay.
This is
This-
Victory's task.
Okay.
That's from yesterday.
So for now, but
now.
maybe some of this will be.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe I'll just provide a little bit of background here, okay, for developability, which
Okay.
is we right now have a library called VAST.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Like you provided me with the GitHub link. I saw it.
Right. And
Yes.
a student of Herman, another student has
Okay.
a master student has Zhao. He has done a spatial PubSub addition to it, and
Okay.
also some forwarding. Okay.
Okay.
And right now, Victor is in the process to basically verify the implementation that it works
Okay.
correctly.
Okay. Like I need to
And-
do the testing part.
Yes, and this is, well, potentially we'll see how, maybe you and Victory can work together to verify.
Yes. 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 Sure.
Whether it's working, whether something's missing,
Yes.
And then there's another intern, Emit. He's doing a prototype app. Okay, right now it will be a chat app that connects
Okay.
to MQTT as a server.
Okay.
Okay. And we have all our discussions in video recording. So you can
Okay.
also watch any of our previous discussions to learn more.
Okay.
Okay. So this is just a context. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, so Victor, yeah, please continue.
All right. Thanks, Julian. So, but with regards to those links, they've all been shared. I just have to repeat the same thing with
Sorry about that.
Dediotti. Sorry. I'm just. Is it okay if I just say D?
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, sir. It's okay to if you say me like if you pronounce my name as Debo, it will be okay. Like it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Devil.
Devil.
Thanks. Thanks for that. We'll do that for me. So my leader, we've not really seen her, but I think we should see her tomorrow, and she can give us a bit of an update as to what she's doing.
Okay.
With regards to also Amir, I'm not sure how much progress is made. Maybe one thing I can do is I can send him a Slack message today to just check up on him and see if he's struggling or if he's making any progress. And with regards to Charles Marais, that has not been done yet. But I'm looking at doing that either on Thursday or Friday to sort of write a draft and then share that with Charles to look through and try to add more detail. So if you don't mind me asking, Debo, in terms
Yes, sir.
of your coding background,
Yes.
what's like your comfort zone programming language or languages?
Like I specialize in if it's from web development point of view, I specialize myself in JavaScript. Like I am comfortable in Node.js. Like I am also comfortable in C++ and other languages. Like yes, C++ is quite good for me. Like I am comfortable in JavaScript also from web development point of view.
Okay.
And also,
So
I think the Mongo database. is
Yes,
that right?
yes. MongoDB. Yes, I forget about it. Like, sir asked me about the language, right? So it's database. So. Okay.
WOT, have you worked with MQTT before?
Yes, sir.
MQTT, the IoT protocol. Have you worked with that before?
IoT, no, sir.
Okay, great. It's a messaging protocol. It's a publish subscribe messaging protocol, which is often used in IoT devices. And it's what we're doing is basically extending that protocol for the spatial case. If
Okay.
you read those papers that Chunyun sent you, then yeah, that's basically, we're basically piggybacking on the MQTT protocol to get
Okay.
the spatial filtering as well.
Okay.
So this is to add that this is actually a strategy to allow developers already familiar with MQTT to adopt what we're about to develop. Okay. So I mean, this is for Jyoti to understand is that because MQTT is not very mature, established, and it
Okay.
supports channel-based publish subscribe. Okay, like for chat rooms. So we're in a sense extending that to support spatial PubSub and
Okay.
with Fast as the underlying library. You see, but when it's presented and used by developers, it could be presented as an MQTT interface. Does that make sense?
To some extent.
So
Okay.
I mean, you can understand MQTT as channel-based PubSub. Okay.
Okay.
So you can subscribe to a channel, you can publish to a channel. Okay, just like a
Obvious.
chat room. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what.
Sir,
MQTT
this
does.
all can be done like using Node.js and MongoDB itself.
Yes, I believe. Yeah, Herman, maybe you can share a bit about your survey. I mean,
Yeah, so there's a number of MQTT. So MQTT is a protocol, and there are a number of implementations. And the one that I had looked at, I mean, Mosquito is one well-known implementation. That's not.
The things you said, I can implement it using MongoDB and Node.js. Like, I guess I can do it easily. Like, if you provide me.
So yes.
Like, if you what basically is done, if I subscribe, then he will get, like, he can join this chat room or something like that, right?
Okay, Tibayoshi, I think one thing to note is that we don't want to develop from scratch.
Okay.
We are not looking at to build something from the ground up.
Okay.
Rather, using what open source already established projects for MQTT. What we are building ourselves is the spatial PubSub component. You see.
Okay.
So that is the part that is going to add additional functions to existing MQTT servers.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. I understand it now.
So the challenge, actually, there is something we're developing from scratch, which is the VAST library, the JavaScript VAST library.
Okay.
And that's the part where potentially we will need your help to work on.
Okay.
Okay.
But like, I went through that GitHub link, like the VAST, like I could not start. It was not at all well documented, and I could not understand the code also.
Right, I see. Okay.
That
so
is very
maybe
true.
one way to get you started is to have some tutorial, right? And also to let you know how you can run a VAST.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If it's like starting, then the whole thing is written in JavaScript, right, sir?
Yes, the whole thing
yes,
has been
it's
written
written
in
in
JavaScript.
JavaScript.
That's right.
Yes, sir. So that like, if someone gives me like a bit idea, then I can work on it. Like I wasn't able to figure it out from myself, to be very honest.
Okay. All right, great.
That's
so
something-
Victory. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, yeah. That's something we also asked Victory and Charles to work on. Is basically a README or a tutorial, just so that someone can get a system up and running. So I think that might, Victory, if I could maybe ask that be a priority task for today, because I think it will help both Tibayoshi and,
if you, sorry, am I allowed to say? So if you make me understand the whole thing, I can write the README.
Could do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah?
So
yes,
Victory,
yes.
Yeah, Victory. Maybe
Okay.
I think you can have a discussion, have another sync with Tibayoshi. Just to, I guess just to show him how everything's been run up. And and he might be able to help with document, you know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I just I can edit on both things. I'm just gonna try to type it in here. Did it view and did it. Okay. So we should, yeah. Okay. So, sorry, sync up today for documentation.
Yeah, that would be nice. Okay.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Sounds cool. Also, sorry, I don't know if there's feedback.
Sir, today from Indian Standard Time, maybe at 8 or 9.
8
AM or PM?
Sir, 8 p.m. Sir, from Indian Standard Time. Like you said, no, like 8 a.m. Now it's 8 a.m. for you all. But for us, it's 11:30.
Okay, cool.
So
So that would be in Cape Town, Indian Standard Time at 8 o'clock would be at 4:30 in South Africa. Victory, I think.
Okay.
Yes,
You were a
yes,
GMT
something
plus
like
6.
that.
Or something
That's right.
like
That's
that.
right. I think there's
Was it?
3.5 hours difference between South Africa and India.
That's the first time I've heard about a half an hour difference. But anyway.
Yes.
I was shocked as well when Ragav said it was 3.5. I thought, wow, which country is that? And then it was India. It's quite cool.
Okay,
all right.
so Victor, you like to continue with I guess any discussion items you'd like to discuss?
I think one of the things I may have gotten stuck on, I'm trying to see if I can get my computer to run again. Basically was, I think, the payload part.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about the payload itself now, in terms of what does the payload matter in the testing phase?
Yes.
For specifying. I know there should be like a placeholder there, but in terms of, yeah, there should be, right? Sorry, there should be a payload. The thing is, when I look at the log, I don't really seem to find the payload.
So where are we now?
I'm talking about when you look at the ping pong document results, although maybe it's not necessarily.
Are you talking about Omnet at the moment?
No, I'm talking about just from the simulation perspective. Trying to see what can I do here. Okay, I might have to restart my router. Okay. I don't know if you have access to the vast.js code, Charles Marais code.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So you're talking about the vast.js code. Is there a log file there somewhere?
So there's a folder called 1, like number 1, the number, and in there are like ping pongs that have been logged there. So there's like a latitude or total latitude, there's average latitude.
Sir, can you be sir, can I say, like, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Sir, if you like help me run the code and find me places where there is bugs or where I need to do some stuff, like it would have been easy for me to like think or like understand where like shall I like invest my time on or something. Like if it's out of nowhere, it's coming from here, like it's getting a bit vague for me.
No. Don't worry. This is more for the general team. The question is not necessarily for directly.
Okay, it's for you all. Like the stuff you are telling is like you all will be working on it. Is it, sir?
Yeah. So there's okay. So maybe I should. So Victory is okay. So there's a couple of components in the project. The one is we're developing a demo application, which is basically just a chat app, because people are very familiar with chat apps. That's on that part, Amit will be working because he's got some front-end developer experience. And initially, we're just using the normal MQTT protocol for the communication between the different chat apps. Okay. So then there's the back end, which is this spatial publish subscribe
Okay. Yes.
implementation, and that
Yes.
the library that does that is this vast library.
Okay.
And the people working on that is Victory, it's Alida, a master student of mine. It's
Okay.
Charles Marais, which is call it a final year engineering student.
Okay.
And then probably you.
Okay.
And Charles has done some development work where the vast library had something which we call a Voronoi overlay network. So it's a peer-to-peer overlay. It basically creates a communication layer, and it allows all nodes which are part of the overlay to basically specify a location, and then it creates a Voronoi diagram, and then basically that allows it to send messages to its neighbors in this virtual environment. Okay. But to do spatial PubSub, you basically need to have some kind of a spatial routing. So in the same way that you have routing over, TCP/IP type of routing, where you send a message to a router and the router forwards it to the next router and so on until it reaches its destination. In the same way, you need some kind of a spatial routing mechanism in order for nodes to route it from one spatial location to a different spatial location. Okay, so Charles has done a lot of work based on the papers that Xunyun wrote many moons ago to basically get to implement the spatial PubSub API. And also to
Sir, I went through those papers. Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Quickly ask, have you finished the papers? I mean,
yes, there was a paper which was quite bit about P2P. Like that paper, I went a bit confused, like the terms.
Okay, all right.
Other the subscribing one, I went through it. Like
okay,
I understand, but like in the implementation, you said about two pitfalls or something. That okay, let me see how to like overcome it.
Okay, so I think I share 3 papers with you, right? One is the spatial PubSub. The other is the VON, right? Voronoi Overlay Network. Right?
Yes.
The third one is the VSO. So which ones have you finished already?
Like PS, like the subscribe one, I have finished it. Like
okay,
I could understand it.
Okay.
Yes. P2P, like it was quite big, so I get a bit lost in between. And the other one I went.
That's the VON paper. All right. All right. So I think the VON paper is the one you have to have some good understanding of. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, sorry, Herman. I was just wanted to know like what was his survey? That was the task from last week.
Okay, great. So
Herman, continue. Yeah.
So Charles did a implementation of the spatial PubSub with some routing, but there are the limitations are that the clients that can't actually move around, and the matchers also can't move around. Okay, and I mean it's part of his final year project, which he has to hand in a report on Friday. So I can see in his commits that he's the helpful messages have declined as the deadline approaches. But anyway, so one thing which is needed at the moment is basically just to basically write a short tutorial or something so that as you saw yourself, someone can get the system up and running on their own and basically find out how to use it. But then slightly longer term, what we need to do is we need to basically make certain there's a proper testing for the system. In other words, that you can basically do some unit testing and some integration testing so that the system is working. And then at some point, what we also need is we need to have nodes that are able to move around and to make certain that the system doesn't fall down, that it works, things like that. And I think if I understand
now it's clear with me, sir. Yes.
Okay. If I understand Xunyun correctly, I think his intention was that you would be doing some work on the back end. In other words, taking this vast library and getting it ready so that we can do some kind of release to it and to say, here is a spatial PubSub library that people can use if they want to have spatial
Okay.
publish subscribe instead of having normal channel based PubSub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a good summary,
Yes,
Junior?
yes, that's a good summary. So I think Tibayoti, I mean, because you're familiar with backend, okay, so I think it would be nice for you to work with Victory.
Yes, sir,
to
yes.
Basically validate, the current functionalities of the vast JS implementation
Okay. Okay.
and determine what's missing, okay? And with the end goal of building a more complete library, that's one,
Okay.
but also a simulator, okay,
Okay.
that can act as a unit tester,
Okay.
see, for its functionality.
Okay.
Because in the end, this is going to be run production mode in like IoT devices, in taxis, right? In like browsers, in all over the place, right? But that's going to be very complicated. So before we can release that in physical real environment, we probably need to do simulations, you see, to make sure that the functionality work as intended. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes,
So I think a big
Sir,
part
I will be implementing stuffs also, no, sir. Like, if
well, there are existing simulators that potentially we will maybe also ask you to survey, but we could also build our own simulator. Because the goal in the end is to verify and validate the functionalities of VAST that work as intended. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So Victoria, I think you can start to do today's task assignment now. Okay.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. I was saying that one thing definitely me and you would go through, Debo, is we'll probably have some form of onboarding process. And maybe one thing I would do as well is maybe share a video link with you where maybe you can watch it before our session today. I will set up a session with you as well.
Okay.
Where you can sort of look through a debrief about what the project is about itself.
Okay.
I don't know if you've read through, you said you've been reading through the papers. I don't know if you've gotten to the part about the publish subscribe, about how it works in general. Like a standard publish subscribe architecture.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we'll sort of take it from there. I'm sorry, just give me a second. Someone is at the door. I'll be right back just now. Sorry.
Okay, so Dibayoti, do you have any other questions so far?
Not yet. Like, what I understood, can I summarize a bit? Like,
Sure. Please.
Like, first task that's given to me is like that documentation part, and then like I have to validate like what's already being written, like the code that's written. I need to test it and I need to verify it, right, sir?
Exactly. That's right. Yes.
Yes.
Basically, we are expecting the spatial pops up, although with static nodes, meaning that the nodes do not move. Okay. But the spatial pops up should work.
Okay.
The other thing to verify.
And if there are some bugs, then I also can work on it. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Obviously. Yes. The other part is to verify, the forwarding. Okay. Forwarding is needed because potentially you can subscribe or publish to an area much larger, than the initial place you are joining. Okay. Because we intend the VAST library to be flexible. You can subscribe for multiple areas, even very large ones. Such as like a city, right? You might want to subscribe for all the ambulance calls for a whole city, for example, right? And that would require you actually forward the publish or subscribe requests to to different nodes. So there's a forwarding mechanism. That is actually, I think, in the third paper. Sorry, there's a forwarding paper. Yeah, Victory, maybe you can also share the forwarding paper with Dibayoti.
Forwarding paper. Okay.
because yeah, that's the key functionality we're trying to add to the VAS library.
Oh, sorry, just hold on.
Okay, all right, good.
Just trying to choose what's the call now. Okay. So I should share the. I will share the forwarding paper. I'll
Yes,
also
yes.
share the. Okay, let me just put that together then. Include this. Okay. To sort of work on the documentation together.
Okay.
Cool. I think I can ask Charles as well to share whatever he has maybe written that might be relevant to the code. Actually, maybe something.
Sir, like, can you help me run the code now? Like, if you like, I want to like explore a bit.
It's a bit of a tricky one. Okay, let me just stop this and try to see if I can run it quickly. Let me close that.
Okay, Victory, I think let's finish the planning first.
Let's.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if you do have time after this, to
Okay.
sync, then maybe you guys can continue. All right.
Okay.
It's all right with both of you, but let's finish the sync first.
Okay.
All right. So survey. Oh, sorry. Follow up. AH progress. All right.
AH means that other intern, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Alida AF, Alida Fosher. I don't know if the names are here. Okay, I see the names are not really here.
Oh, sir, you will forward this doc with me, right?
Yes, I will. So you can see it and see. If you don't mind also sharing your GitHub ID.
Yes, sure. It's Devojyoti 1915001.
Do you mind typing?
I
that?
suggest you post it on Slack or
Slack,
send
on
a
Slack.
direct
Yeah, please
message
do that on
Slack,
Slack.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Slack.
All the team communications go to Slack, so
Yeah.
that we also have a record. Okay.
Yeah. So follow up on the progress and maybe show simulation 6 nodes tomorrow. Okay, I don't know if I've missed anything. So I just have to follow up on him, on Amit, to sort of check up and make sure that everything is going well and it's not struggling with.
Right.
Yep.
Nice. All right.
forth
So
in the
Herman, any
project.
feedback on this?
I think that's good. I have a meeting with Charles now, so I'll also ask
Okay.
him to just
All right.
write a intro tutorial or just like give some feedback.
Okay.
Cool.
Great. All right. Thanks everyone. So
And
just
then-
quickly, Victory, are you going to talk with devotee now? Are you guys
So
going to
I'm thinking,
continue?
what does your day look like? I actually have to join a meeting now.
Okay, sir. It's okay, sir.
But can we schedule something in between, maybe before 8:30? 8:30 is also fine, don't get me wrong, but if you have time in between during the day, you can just let me know on Slack.
Sir, like, I am like from Indian Standard Time, I am like busy with from 2 p.m. I guess. Yes, 2 p.m. I have my lab.
Okay. No, then it's fine. Then let's do it at 8 o'clock your time.
Okay, sir. Okay.
8 o'clock your time watch, and then we
Okay.
just power through and do as much as we can. Then.
Okay.
If that's
Great.
fine.
All
Okay.
right. So yeah, so devotee, thanks so much for joining our
Yes.
first sync, and very look forward to have you on board. All right.
Okay, sir. Okay. Like my
Alright.
first task is join sir at 8 p.m. Right, sir?
Right.
Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Then I will like figure out the code. Then I will start working on it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I will go through the
Thanks, sir.
research paper. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. Take
Thanks
care.
so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take
And
care.
we
Bye.
sync on
Bye, sir.
Monday and Thursday. Yeah. I mean, you
Okay,
can join
sure.
us, but I mean Monday through Thursday. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.